This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. This is a show you should watch. I know some people out there don't like to see the music videos when I cover them, but it's a good way to wake people up who are sound asleep to see this repetition being used and the plans that the elites have. They show all their agendas in these videos, all their signs, all their symbols, and this one is absolutely loaded. Potentially, maybe, of all the music videos I've seen, this one is up there with just absolutely them not caring, them showing you all this stuff, what the future holds, how the propaganda and the mind control works. And it's not a surprise, it's Justin Timberlake once again. Now, remember, I just covered Justin Timberlake's last song where he was pushing transhumanism. He had the AI robot on stage mounting and having sex with a regular person, with a woman. The crowd was applauding, the crowd was aroused and turned on by it. Just really sick stuff. Timberlake now rolling this one out just a few weeks later, right back at it with the same propaganda. And it's not a surprise, not just because it's Justin Timberlake who went through the Mickey Mouse Club, the Disney mind control programming, and is now programming and conditioning children out there with his crap, but also because Timberlake's going to be performing at the Super Bowl. So they're going to use these themes during his, halftime show. It's going to be, quote unquote, people will just say it's political, but they'll be pushing the gun grabbing. They'll be pushing the feminism. That's the stuff we're seeing, pushing the race war. And you'll see all of that in this music video. So let's start. The video starts with flashing images. Now, the only way you could see what they're really doing is just to slow it down frame by frame. But people who are watching this in real time, they don't realize that these flashing images work. It's a form of mind control on people. And you'll see in flashing images usually all the time, the all-seeing eye. So they're showing eyes. They're showing police car burning, police cars burning. And they're showing guns. And then they cut to Justin Timberlake sitting in a room. You can see a pyramid out the window. He's sitting there watching all of these televisions. And what you see on all of these screens are all the agendas that the New World Order is currently pushing. For instance, you'll see in the bottom corner that they just show an image of a head and a brain, right? Representing mind control, showing you that this is exactly what we're doing to you. This is what's going on. They show Harvey Weinstein, right? Have to show him, one of the agendas going on. They show women's empowerment all over the screen. A woman with a shirt. The future is females. They're pushing the race war propaganda. Remember, divide and conquer is the name of the game. Divide whites versus blacks versus Hispanics. Divide men versus women. That's exactly what they're doing. Order out of chaos. And they're causing division among us. Well, they laugh in their $1 million, $1 billion palaces that they live in as they just continue to put mind control on the masses. So you see that. Then you'll see gun control. You'll see pawn shops with guns. You'll see guns. You'll see messages about gun control and how it's needed. You'll see the Me Too message, of course, showing Trump, Muslim ban, white supremacy. These are all the themes that we're seeing right now. Of course, the American flag in the background. And they constantly are zooming in on him with his eyes. You can see the reflection off of his eyes, showing you that this is what they're doing to people. This is how they're programming people into all of this. We go from there, and we get the black and white duality symbolism right off the bat. Everybody's colored up in white, except for a few people dressed in black, so it's the white and black, the esoteric nonsense. And you'll see that these people, a few of them, have their eyes covered. I've covered this in the past. This is symbolic. Rihanna has done this over and over in her videos. We've seen Katy Perry, all of them covering their eyes. They're referencing scripture. They're referencing Corinthians. In their case, the God of this world has blinded the minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. They are referencing that because these people are spiritually blind. So you'll see these people all done up in white powder. Now, above Justin Timberlake, you'll see all these floating umbrellas. Okay? The umbrella symbolism is deep, and I can't actually talk too deep about it because it's perverted. It has to do with phallus worship, right? We know that the obelisk represents Baal shaft. Well, the umbrella represents a female's power over a man, and that's what we're seeing now, right, with this feminist movement. Well, I'm sure most of you have heard Rihanna's song, Umbrella, right? And what are the lyrics to that? It talks about being underneath the umbrella. Well, in Crowley's sex magic book, this is really what they're referencing. It's called the goddess position. And they use subliminal programming like this not to so much brainwash people out there, because they're not going to get it when they see it, but this is how they communicate with each other. So those who are indoctrinated see this stuff and they understand what they're referencing. And that's why Rihanna would talk about standing under the umbrella. Okay, this has to do with this female goddess position. And the occult believe that the sublime posture for sex magic is to have the female on top of the male. But people will see this and they'll just say, wow, it must be raining. Look at all the floating umbrellas in the sky. It is an occultic symbol. And yes, it does not mean if you own an umbrella and it's raining and you go outside with the umbrella that you're a Satanist or an occultist. I mean, there's just people out there that are just absolutely insane. When they hear this stuff getting pointed out, they're like, should I throw out my umbrella? Oh my goodness, we have white and black checkered bathroom tiles. Am I a Satanist? Is my mom? I mean, listen, there's such a thing as coincidence, or there's such a thing as using an umbrella for the rain, and then when it's projected like this, it's deliberately done. Justin Timberlake didn't go, let's have the umbrellas flying over my head, and we'll have these weird people completely covered in white going at it with the person covered in black, the duality stuff. He didn't come up with this and write it, and you'll see, because this gets worse as it goes on. We get after this, which is just unbelievable. You can see the pyramid with the capstone, right? What a surprise. You'll see a gigantic circle surrounding the pyramid, right? Almost a ritual-like circle. And these people are bowing down to the pyramid. What do you think this is representing? Bowing down to the New World Order, the worshiping of Lucifer. You can see the capstone at the top. Not hard to see. Justin Timberlake didn't go, wouldn't it be cool if we had the big pyramid there and then people bow to it? I mean, how many times you need to see the same stuff over and over and over? Now, while they're all bowing down to it, the female in the video with Justin Timberlake, because remember, this is pushing feminism as well. And in completing this New World Order, the feminist movement is going to be dominant. So she runs up and she burns the pyramid, right? Now some people go, oh yeah, she's taking down the New World Order. This is referencing the completion of it. The completion of everything that they've worked for to create and build this New World Order. Now, while the pyramid starts to burn, you'll see what appears to be cash coming out of it, right? Because people are going to go, well, the pyramid is on the back of the dollar bill. And you'll see money flying out of it burning. Now, this is also symbolic because we know that cryptocurrency, which is being pushed now, even though there's a lot of people that believe cryptocurrency is going to stop the Federal Reserve and stuff like that. And listen, people are going to have their own opinion on it. I'm not interested in debating and arguing. I have my own belief on it. I'm not saying if you invest in cryptocurrency or anything like that, that you're a bad person. But we all know that the future is electronic currency. It has to be with the microchip. It's going to be a cashless society. We know that. Okay? So whether it's cryptocurrency or something else, because others believe, well, they're going to take cryptocurrency and they're going to hijack it, fine. Maybe they're right. But the point being is that the dollar at some point is not going to exist. There's going to be an electronic world currency at the completion of all of this. Remember, one everything. One currency, one religion, one gender, all of it. Like the Baphomet, the goat with breasts and a penis, right? Everything will be one. So you can see the cash burning. This is representing what is going to happen at the completion of this. And again, the people are going to bow down to Lucifer. That's what they're doing right there by bowing at it. Now, after this, we get people floating in the air upside down, right? Remember, everything is flipped and inverted. That's how they work. That's the Satanist belief. Good deeds outweigh your bad. They flip stuff. You see the Christmas trees upside down now, for crying out loud, that they're pushing. Everything inverted. And around their necks are what appear to be, almost like halos, right? He takes it off, and then suddenly you're seeing the transformation occur as he's inside of the Ouroboros, which is yet another one of their symbols, right? The snake biting its own tail. They don't have to have the snake head on it to show you what they're meaning. Okay? This is the Ouroboros. They're showing you how they're infinite. They believe that they're constantly going to be here. They're never going to go away. And you can see Timberlake and her, making out and all this stuff. Suddenly the televisions with all the propaganda on it begin to burn. The TVs are exploding. They're going bye-bye. And suddenly Justin Timberlake is reborn. He grows and comes out of the ground. And suddenly you see the world around him, which is just a common theme we always see, right? The destruction of the world. The cities are burned down. It looks like Judgment Day. And they've survived. They're there. And all these children are around them. And people see this and they're just like, wow, this is really original, kooky writing. Cool. Good job, Justin. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is a lot of symbolism to take in. But you can bet your bottom dollar that you'll see this at the Super Bowl when 100 million people are watching the halftime show. Because that is a spot that they use to brainwash people. And he's telling you right here, look, here's all the propaganda that we're pushing. They even show the mind on the TV screens. Women's empowerment, racism, gun grab, you name it. All the themes that we constantly see. The police, screw the police, all this stuff, right? For martial law. You're seeing it. They're showing it to you. And as the video goes on, whether it's the umbrellas, which is, occultic as it gets, it's a symbol that's commonly referred to. Okay, it's not just floating umbrellas. The black and white coloring, the covering of the eyes, and the bowing down to the pyramid with the money burning, the woman setting it on fire, the completion of this new world order, which will end, or excuse me, when this currency is gone, when the dollar is gone and the euro is gone and this electronic currency is in, that'll be a good time for you to say, well, the new world order is complete and it's in play. Now, people already think, well, it's in place, but it's not fully in play yet. They haven't gotten these things, but they're getting close because everybody's going gaga over electronic currency. Everybody's going gaga over PayPal and, oh man, microchip me so I don't have to have a wall. We see all this stuff, the progression that they're making and the mind control to get people on board. So this is Timberlake pushing all of this stuff right in everyone's face. They go over to the video and people will be like, awesome, whoa, blowing my mind, Justin Timberlake. You'll get a few people that go, how dumb can you be and not see the symbols? So go check the video out for yourself if you want to see absolute propaganda at its finest and how mind control works, because it's all right there. The flashing of the eyeball, right? The duality, it's all the same stuff used in repetition. So he goes from his last video showing an AI robot, transhumanism, having sex with somebody, and he goes to the next video. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just like Taylor Swift. It's all of them. It needs to be covered because this is what they're indoctrinating children with who aren't aware and aren't awake. They're getting them prepared for it subliminally. This is all getting stored and processed in their brain, whether they know it or not. Whether they're watching the video going, cool. They don't realize why they're showing them all this stuff and what they're preparing them for. So Timberlake, again, the song is called Supplies. But I'll tell you one thing. This guy's going to be supplied with a kick to the face come Judgment Day. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.